there, my beautiful soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn, back with another Divine Masculine collective message. Hope everybody's doing fabulous out there today. Shout out to all of my new and existing subscribers. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I send love right back. And let's see what is going on with the Divine Masculine today. Shout out to the new followers on Patreon. Thank you guys for following me over there. I will be doing more over there. I'm still working on getting everything on there and getting everything done. It's a lot more work than I initially thought, so it may be closer to the middle of the month before I have it all settled like I want. But bear with me, we'll get there. Alright, okay. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Could be really slow about delivering a message. Could be kind of like also gathering data, stalking someone, and gathering intel. That seems a little 007, but it's kind of the feeling I'm getting there. And they're both looking the same direction, like, okay, I don't know how this is going to look. Okay, so this... looking that way. Okay, he's looking in the opposite direction. Like him and the page, they're both looking the same direction. They're both looking the same direction. This backwards thing fucks me up. Okay, yeah, so they're both looking the same direction. And, like the horse looks like he's going the opposite direction. So, it's like the Divine Masculine is trying to make it look like he's going in one direction when he's like basically he's trying to make it look like he's moving away from the Divine Feminine when all he's doing basically is like possibly like cyber stalking the Divine Feminine and gathering intel. That's kind of very strong and deliberate, like the energy, the message. Yeah, because that Knight of Pentacles, he's just like looking over his shoulder and like I'm watching, and then that Page of Swords, he's like almost like he's kind of looking down a little bit, like I'm not paying attention, but I'm paying attention. You know, like it's like I'm looking at the ground, but I'm really not looking up. Yeah, kind of strange. The Ace of Wands. The Empress. The Chariot in reverse. So this is the divine masculine, yeah, like wanting a new passionate start. And I feel like he's watching the divine feminine grow into the Empress, or has watched her turn into the Empress, and he very much desires the divine feminine. I don't know why I cannot pick that card up, but I can't, so we're just going to quit that. But I feel like, you know, he very much desires the divine feminine, but, you know, he's not moving forward, whether it's because he don't think he can, because he feels stuck or tied to some situation, or because he feels like there's maybe too much water under the bridge. Oh, he wants to, though. He just don't know how to make it happen. The Empress, or, wow. The Empress is already there. The Magician in reverse. He don't know how to move forward. But he knows he's the Emperor. Now we've got divine counterparts. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. He could be... This could be him realizing, like, maybe through watching, you know, even while he was moving in the other direction, or when it looked like he was moving in the other direction, he was still watching the divine feminine and watching her grow, and there was still a desire, but he didn't know how to be the Emperor, and so he couldn't move forward. But I feel like if he doesn't know, he will soon. And when he does, he's going to move. It's going to be swift communication. It's going to be really quick. And it could be about him walking away from something to come into union. Because right now, he does not have the Ace of Cups. So, walking away from what's not the Ace of Cups. And so, he could be coming in, like, this could all be a realization. And it also could be a message of wanting, like, I know that I have to walk away from this to get to this, or I have walked away from this to come and get this, because I haven't felt a spiritual connection, I haven't felt a deep unconditional love, you know, without you. So it could be that, or it could be like still needing to come because he's still like in the watching stage. But I feel like once the divine masculine realizes, because he already knows that the divine feminine is the divine feminine, you know, that she's the Empress, and he very much desires the divine feminine. He's been watching her grow into, you know, all of herself, and I'm even getting like an air of pride in that. But, you know, he don't know how to move forward. And I feel like once he realizes how to move forward, that's going to trigger him in a good way into knowing that he is the Emperor. Like, I feel like it's going to be almost like he tripped, slip, trip, fell in it, or something like that. Trip, slip, fell in it, slip, trip, fell in it. Like, he's trying to do something else in his life, or, you know, change something in his life. And when he makes this change, it's going to trigger this, like, it's kind of like the series of unfortunate events, but this will be more like a series of fortunate events, or maybe realizing a series of unfortunate events. Like they'll see, like, even if they have to look back and see all the bad things that's happened, they're going to realize why all of these things had to happen, why things had to go the way that they did, and why things played out. Yeah. So, and once they realize that, once they know how to be the emperor, because they've seen you become the empress, and like I've said in a couple of videos lately, you know, they've watched the divine feminine really be on those front lines, and you know, in those trenches, and becoming the empress. You know, she's all of the queens. She is like the maiden, the mother, and the crone. She's the triple goddess. She's all four of the queens. She's the divine feminine. Like Whitney Houston says, she's every woman. So, and I feel like the divine masculines have definitely watched that happen. And so now, you know, and it may be that they need to realize that they've got to be the emperor. They've got to realize and learn how to stand on their own, how to be decisive and make very tough, clear, and concise decisions, and how to do the right thing. Like, even if it's the hard thing, you know, you do the right thing. And I feel like once the divine masculines get a really good handle on, like, kind of like maybe they've studied and seen the roadmap, and so once they start implementing that for themselves, because they've been the watcher, now it's the time to be the doer. So that, you know, they'll start making better decisions for themselves. They will start cutting out things that they know is not good for them. They will start focusing on, you know, things that really matter, and only things that matter, you know, because giving energy to things that don't matter at the end of the day, that's just, I mean, that's like throwing away money. I mean, it's energy. Energy is an exchange, and to just throw energy away is, you know, depleting your entire life force. So, energy is the commodity. That's everything is an energy exchange. Everything. That's why, like, at the end of all of my videos, you know, I say energy exchange donation, you know, for the energy that I put out here. You know, if you guys feel that you guys get something from it and you want to then, you know, energy exchange with monetary means, then so be it, you know, but it's an exchange. And everything's an exchange. And so I feel like the divine masculines, even if they haven't, I feel like they're learning, or, you know, starting to learn that, just that. So not to give away their energy and to things that don't matter. You know, and that's people, situations, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, anything, you know, again, shedding the layers, you know, being done with it. And once they realize that, everything's going to move fast after that. But they definitely, basically, and I've said this too in other videos, they've got to walk away from, you know, in quantum physics, there's infinite versions of us in infinite universes. Well, they've got to walk away from a version of themselves, or maybe many versions. Oh, I've got something in my eye. Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, maybe. But they've got to, you know, realize the parts of themselves that are not serving them, you know, not self-serving. And when it comes to us, we need to have self-serving parts of us. but to love unconditionally, you know, and not have judgment in others, and not self-serving in a take advantage type of way, but in a, I'm going to do what's best and right for me, first and foremost, you know, always, because that is the right thing to do for me and my being. And then I can take care of other people, you know, then I can do that for other people. Once I have given everything that myself needs, then I can give overflow to other people. That is a regenerative, cyclical thing. It just can keep going around and around, like the wheel on at a mill, MILL, where, you know, the paddles go in the water, or buckets maybe go in the water and pick up water. It just keeps going around, and it keeps going around, and it keeps going around. Anyway, whew, that was going off on a tangent. So anyways, in order to, and this is also making a decision. This could be either telling someone, like this could be walking away from a karmic and, you know, telling them that this isn't a love match. That could be the decision. Or this could be just like walking away from limiting thoughts, feelings, and beliefs as well, and realizing that you're not, or that they're not, you know, loving themselves unconditionally and doing what is right for them first and foremost. And that's, again, that's not in a I get mine before you get yours type of way, or you know, any of the lower vibrational energies of that feeling or that energy. Not the matrix version of that, but the higher vibration of that, I'm gonna love myself, I'm gonna do self-care. If, you know, this person or this situation is bringing down my energy in some way, then that's not for me. And I realize that that's not for me. And so I have no qualms about cutting that out of my life because it is not for me. Or just not participating. Because, like, sometimes with friends, or mostly with family, I mean, it's cool to have to cut family out too, but it can be extra hard. And sometimes with really, you know, really old friends and such. But sometimes you just have to say, I won't participate in that energy that you're putting out. Not that I don't love you. I love you unconditionally. And, you know, but I can't deal with you like this, or I can't participate in what you're doing, or whatever that is. And, you know, so that's something that the divine masculines have to learn, but not in a I'm trying to control you type of way, or winner type of mentality. Like one of my favorite other tarot readers, Mary Jo, yeah, from Soulful Revolution, she always says man up, man down mentality. And yeah, very much this is them having to realize that this is not a man up, man down, winner, loser type of situation. This is definitely do self-care, but like don't take it overboard and go in the negative sense of what that can mean and embody. So, wow. Whew. All in all, this is like a really good energy. That felt like, I mean, it was getting intense, but like I feel like if the divine masculines haven't realized this, like this is what's going to happen because of, you know, what they're witnessing. They are watching the divine feminines, you know, grow and change and become this fiery, just powerhouse, you know, just this on fire about themselves, on fire about their lives. And divine feminines, if you're not feeling that way yet about yourself, then that's part of this coming together, this union process, is you've got to start feeling like that inside yourself. And if you're not, you know, check out my soul coaching down below. That's something that I can help you work on, Divine Feminines. If you're not feeling in your Empress, let's talk about it. Because you should be. And that energy is going to be, because we all have come from hard times, hard lives, hard stories, hard backgrounds, or hard upbringings, or, you know, hard situations, whatever the case may be. And we all have a overcoming story. I mean, we're all going to have one, because that is part of the process. That's part of the ascension, and definitely part of this twin flame dynamic, is overcoming all of the limitations from our past, from our lives, and bringing balance energetically to ourselves, and then to these relationships, you know, and kind of, first we're going to embody, like the Divine Feminines first have to embody this energy, you know, the front lines, the trenches, what I've been talking about. And then the Divine Masculines will. And then as a couple, we will. And all of these steps is going to then show the general population, the collective consciousness, the rest of everybody else, that it is possible, even if it looks hard. But they're going to have to do this kind of watching, you know. And that's why a lot of us twin flames and just light workers in general have taken to social media and, you know, doing channels and things like that, because that is a way for the collective to be able to kind of sit back in their, you know, in their room or with their earphones on and kind of start listening. It's kind of like being in the spiritual closet, you know. Everybody starts somewhere, and so the collective will start somewhere. But first we gotta, the Divine Feminines are going through the trenches, and I'm not saying it's just Divine Feminines. There's a lot of Divine Masculines that I've seen out there that they've really been doing their work, and have just really, like, there's some powerful Divine Masculines out there that I watch on YouTube and have as like friends on Facebook and stuff. There's some very, very powerful Divine Masculines out there. But there's still a lot of the distorted Divine Masculine energy out there as well. So those are the Divine Masculines that I'm talking about. You know, with the Divine Feminines, we're going through the trenches. And the Divine Masculines are seeing that, and then they are going to be moving through those trenches too and getting on the front lines. And then, like I said, it'll all come together and we'll be showing the collective. And so, and we're doing that through social media to where people can do it at their own pace. And they're, like I said, you know, kind of sit in the spiritual closet for a while and decide what they believe and, you know, how they personally get through their ascension and start going through the dark night of the soul. And, you know, it'll all snowball just like it has for all of us, you know. Me and throwing cards on the floor tonight. Hold on one second. The Chariot. So yeah, that's, I feel like that's wanting to move forward. Or this also could be because it is coming underneath that Nine of Pentacles. And again, I feel like these are like, they're kind of like sitting in the spiritual closet right now, and they're just kind of, you know, peeking through the corner or peeking through the keyhole, and they're wanting to move forward. And I feel like they're, you know, really gearing up. They're like, yeah, I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. And like, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it is the energy that I'm getting. Like the little engine that could, I think I can, I think I can. And that is adorable. That's not, I'm not making fun. Because that's, you know, Divine Masculines, we all should be proud of every bit of progress that we make. Nah, actually, I think it should be like this. It fell down sideways, the Magician. Because, yeah, I feel like they're manifesting. Yeah, through watching the Divine Feminine, they are manifesting movement. The Seven of Pentacles, failure. That could be, they could be afraid of failure, or they could see that the Divine Feminine, you know, she's went through all of this and she has not failed. And I also feel like it's them, you know, learning that to put yourself out there, you don't have to feel like a failure, and to put yourself out there, you know, can benefit, that it can work out in their favor. Like, they're just Nine of Swords. They could also, and it says cruelty, they could also be afraid that I don't think I said this. I don't know what video. I think it was today. But I don't remember if it was in the live or in a private reading or what. But oh shit, I just lost my train of thought. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought totally. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, I feel like it could be if oh, that's what it was, the water under the bridge. They could feel like there was too much water under the bridge because of I feel like maybe their failure to be nice in a situation, or they don't know how to be nice. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, accomplishment. So they don't feel like they're gonna make any headway. Like, they're watching the Divine Feminine move forward and make things happen, but they feel like they have done too much, and they're scared of being alone, and they're afraid that they're gonna, you know, they're not sure of themselves. There's still healing that needs to be done. They need to realize they really need to see the lessons. I still feel like maybe they're just not, like, they may be watching, but they may not be getting it. But still, when they do, they'll be coming fast. Yeah, the Two of Wands in reverse, and it says Alliance. This has the Divine Feminine on top, so that could just be, again, this could be man up, man down type scenario, and he feels like he basically, and I've said this, I know I've said this before too, the nobody likes me, everybody hates me, guess I'll go eat worms. That was from a book or something when I was a little kid, I think, or maybe I don't know. Anyways, but I feel like, you know, he sees the Divine Feminine moving forward. He wants to move forward, and that Magician may come out sideways, so it could actually need to be upside down, because I feel like he's not, you know, right now seeing that it can be, that the situation could be moved forward. Because I feel like he has done things in the past that definitely wasn't divine, you know, divine decisions. And now he's very much afraid of being alone. I just realized we got the Magician in, well, now in the reverse. But we got him twice. And we got the Chariot twice. So that's a big deal. And the Chariot here is in the upright here. It's in the reverse. So yeah, that's significant. And then we've got the Six of Swords. So, feeling like okay, because the Six of Swords is moving forward, but painful. And so I feel like, until they learn the lessons, they are going to keep making progress. But it's like, it's the Tower moments, until they fully come into the Emperor mode, and really embody their divinity and just release a lot of the programming that has been a part of their life, their whole life. It's going to be really difficult, and it's going to be like Tower moment after Tower moment. That's, the Six of Swords to me is like moving forward but getting cut, moving through or having to maneuver through the swords. So it's not straightforward, and it's not without, more effort or something like that. So I feel like, this is like realization after realization, like, yes, and it's through watching the Divine Feminine that's what's happening. And so it's all about whether the Divine Masculines, and then we do have the Two of Cups, romance, after that. And so they also could feel like that's just too hard. That doing the, like, I feel like they're not seeing the big picture and the divine big picture. They're still in the 3D matrix type of mentality of, they're just looking at it from a relationship point of view, not a divine plan and divine mission type of way. They're just looking at it like, I've already put out all of, X amount of effort, and this one got away, and that's just the way it is, and I'm just a terrible person, and because I'm a terrible person, love is always going to be hard, and I'm never going to have the Ten of Pentacles, which we got here in reverse, and that would go here, and then the King of Cups in reverse. Just not being in charge and in control of their emotions. We've got Temperance in reverse. We got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Divine Masculines, they're really in, right now, they're in some, self-pity type of energy, and not feeling worthy, and not knowing their worth, and their divinity. And, Divine Feminines, we can totally relate. We've been there. We still go through go through it sometimes. We all have Tower moments. But I feel like this is, the Divine Masculines is in a fresher stage of this. The Divine Feminines, we've been going through it for quite a while. And so this is a newer thing for the Divine Masculines, maybe. But I also feel like, not newer, because I feel like they have been. And each time it's a new, again, coming full circle, back around. I may have talked about this in the live. But, just to see, have you learned that lesson? And, can you leave that one alone now? Because once we learn lessons, they don't keep coming back around. But they will keep coming back around until we've absolutely learned them. So, even if, like if you have a shopping addiction and you cut yourself off of shopping and you cut up all your credit cards and you don't shop for 3 weeks or whatever, and then all of a sudden there's a sale at your favorite store, and so you're like, oh, just this one time, just this sale, it has to be this sale because this one thing that I just have to have, love, need, whatever, is on sale, and I just have to have it. And then you go there and you kind of go crazy, and then you're way off budget because you hadn't learned that lesson, that addiction to shopping, and how it's a slippery slope. And even just a little bit of that thing that you think will be harmless if I just do it one time. It's very much addiction mentality, and it can be in anything. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily just be like drugs and alcohol. It can be gambling, it can be shopping, it can be eating. I mean, you name it, it could be it. So yeah. And I feel like right now the divine masculines are like feeling basically like losers, and like the divine feminine, what are you doing? And the divine feminine is the winner, you know, and they're not seeing that there could be an alliance at this point. Not yet, because they're still not in the emperor mode. They're not in control of themselves. Like, they're trying to control the situation, and they're trying to control their feelings and how they react to things, and, you know, their environment, and they're really not learning how to be in control, like, of themselves, because we can't control other people and like our environment and things like that so much as we can ourselves. We can control our own thoughts. We can control our own feelings. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But we can. It takes practice. It takes determination, and so many other things. But it can be done, and I know I'm proof of that because I do a little bit more every day. And so that's why I say, you know, anybody out there, it doesn't just have to be divine feminines. Definitely, if, you know, you're struggling in that area, hit me up, because that's the types of things that I deal with in soul coaching, because those are the things that I've been through. Like, we have I hate to say she's a rescue dog, because now she's like part of the family, but she was a rescue dog. The mama dog that had the puppies, if you guys remember the puppies, if you guys have been with me on my channel since the puppies, the Halloween puppies, well, the mama dog ended up coming back, and so now her name is Lido, and but she didn't go with my daughter and my 2 grandpups tonight, so she's hanging out with me and Pepper. So yeah, she keeps getting my attention, and so yeah, I just figured I'd tell you guys about that. So anyway, all of that being said, of course I do feel like, I mean, always the divine masculines always have free will. So they can choose to stay in this energy. That is definitely their choice. You know, they can keep going through the 6 of Swords energy, and and as long as they stay in the lower level energies, like feeling like somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, and feeling like not realizing that, you know, because I feel like they think that certain things can't be forgiven, and like, you know, the higher we get on our ascension, you realize that anything can be forgiven, and a lot of people will probably, you know, say something about that, but like I said, the higher you get on the ascension, and then you realize that there's not even a reason to forgive, because everything is actually divinely orchestrated. There's so much that goes with that, that I won't get into here, but there's not a need for forgiveness. So, but right now I feel like the divine masculines are like, you know, again, this is the way things are, the way things have to be, the way things have always been, and she, you know, everything's working out for her, and nothing's working out for me. Poor me, poor me, poor me. Not realizing the energy that they're putting into, you know, because I feel like they've been in like the Emperor in reverse energy for quite some time, where it's like the lower level energy of the controlling, you know, not controlling themselves, but trying to control the situation, trying to control other people, and really feeling like they had to come out on top, because it made them feel better about themselves. Because I feel like there's still issues like, again, not feeling worthy, and just like self-esteem and self-worth. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve happiness. You know, dealing with all of those childhood issues. Or the lack of dealing with those issues, if that makes sense. Because the more that you don't face these issues, and back to forgiveness, you know, forgive anything that created those issues, whether it was childhood, whether it was relationships, whether it was work, friends, family, school, church, whatever. If you don't work through those and deal with those, forgive who needs to be forgiven, you know, regardless of who it was, another person, yourself, whatever, and move on. The more you fight that, the worse it gets, and the worse your energy gets, the more you're giving your energy away, and you're depleting your life force. So, and that is for everyone. Like, that is just that. Like, you give your energy away. Everything we do is, like I said, an energy exchange. So if you keep giving that away, then you're going to keep being depleted, and things aren't going to work out for you. You won't be in your vortex, like Abraham Hicks talks about. All of the things that you've created will be in the vortex, but you won't be in allowing mode. I think that's how it goes. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. If you guys enjoy my videos, please hit the like button. It helps my channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you guys like my videos and think somebody else might like them too, please share. And if you're interested in a personal private reading or any of the other services I offer, soul coaching being one of them, all of that information is in the description box below. And if you have more questions, definitely send me an email, like about the soul coaching or whatever. What else? Oh, and again, about the energy exchange donations, if you guys get some kind of insight, guidance, or, you know, what have you, out of these videos, the readings that I post on my channel, and would like to do an energy exchange donation, those are always accepted and greatly appreciated. And thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much. And this is Angel of the Dawn saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.